guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have been getting a lot of questions about how I meal plan and how I have time for it, and I really just wanted to kind of go with you guys and show you what I use to meal prep, just like the little containers that I bought, and then just kind of some tips and just things that I do. Now I'm not saying that I'm perfect, because I'm obviously not, because I don't meal prep every week, but I do try to do it as much as I can. I just decided that I would kind of go with you guys and show you or not show you, but kind of tell you how I meal plan and meal prep. And then I'm hoping that this weekend I can kind of film when I go grocery shopping, or I'll just film what I got afterwards, and I'll show you guys how I cook it and what I cook. So for me, eating pretty healthy has always been something that has been pretty simple for me, just because ever since I was little, I have always liked to eat healthy. I always loved to eat fruits and vegetables, and I'm not really a picky eater, so I'll really try anything. But we'll let you know that I'm not perfect. I'll eat Chick-fil-A for lunch, and then pizza for dinner or something, even though pizza's not my favorite. But some days I do have off days, but there are a lot of days where I do eat healthy, and I eat proportion sizes, not meaning to. I just do, just because I'm not, I feel like I get full pretty easily. So for me it's pretty simple to eat healthy, and so we'll just jump right into it. So basically what we like to do, Rowdy and I, we will go to the store and we'll get meats. We'll get, he likes chicken, and I like to do ground sirloin or ground beef, just because I'm not a big chicken eater. I like to eat chicken, but only when it's fried, or like a chicken tender. Like, that's the only kind of chicken that I like. I don't like to eat grilled chicken or baked chicken. I just don't like it. So I compromised, and I was like, okay, well then I can eat, ground beef and ground sirloin. You can put ground beef into a burger and eat it with, any condiments. Watch the condiments, obviously, because a lot of sugars and stuff in those, but you don't have to, don't use a bun, and use like a lettuce, like a piece of like iceberg lettuce or leaf lettuce, or whatever you want to do really, and make yourself like a bunless burger. But basically what I do is I have been just kind of browning ground sirloin and just kind of making that, and then plus like maybe sweet potatoes one day, and then maybe just regular red potatoes the next. So it really just kind of depends. Rowdy, he'll eat chicken and rice, or chicken and sweet potatoes, kind of similar to that kind of thing, just because that's high in protein, it's good carbs, and it keeps you full long, and it's going to help you build muscle when you work out. So these little containers that I have, I bought these on Amazon, and they're super simple. You can actually get like different ones. Some you can buy ones that are like just one kind of bowl, or whatever you want to call it, one compartment, whatever. But I got the two. That way you can put like your chicken, your ground sirloin, whatever in here, and then here you can put your like side item. So meal prep is really not hard, guys. It really takes like an hour out of your time. I mean, really the longest thing that takes for me is just the baking of the chicken, really. I mean, the browning of the sirloin takes like 10 minutes, if that. So it really doesn't take long. When people say, I don't have the time for it, it's just easier to go get fast food. Well, really, the time you hop in the car, go get your fast food, come home, all that, you could have baked chicken, made your potatoes, your sweet potatoes, your rice, however, you kind of, whatever you would want to eat. But, I can kind of get where people think that it's easier just to do fast food because it's simple. You don't have to make it. You just go through the drive-thru and buy it and eat it. But you guys, it is so much better when you make your own food. I promise you, you will feel better. You will not feel as bloated, obviously, because you're eating, whole foods and better foods that aren't, there's not a lot of sugars, there's not a lot of fats, there's not a lot of, all that junk that's in fast food. The other thing is eating healthy is not really that much more expensive than buying junk food. Honestly, I think when we used to buy junk food, like, sweets and this and, just boxed food, which we don't really ever really do that much. But I think eating healthy is really not that hard. It's not that hard. It's not that expensive. So, you know, you kind of just have to kind of change your lifestyle, really. You know, you have to kind of budget yourself. You know, if you have a budget of, you know, I'm just gonna go grab these things, make all my meals for the week, and then next week I can go back to the store and buy, you know, more, whatever I need. So it's just, you know, it gets easier as you kind of change your lifestyle into eating healthy. So we basically do our meal prep. I don't want to say meal plan because it's not really a plan, it's a prep. We do it on Sundays, obviously, and it takes me, I think, an hour. That's it, an hour. So I'll usually start at like 5 o'clock just so I have, you know, just so I'm not cooking, you know, in the middle of the day. I'll start like 5 o'clock and I'll make my food, and then I will just kind of proportion them in my meal containers, put them in the fridge, and they're ready to go. Now for breakfast I'll eat, so I'll kind of run down like kind of my meal prep when I am meal prepping. So in the morning I'll drink a cup of coffee. I will put in, I stopped using sugary creamers just for preference. So what I use is, we always have almond milk on hand. Almond milk is what we have. We don't ever have regular milk. We just don't like it. So we get the, is it Blue Diamond? I don't know the brand. It's Blue Diamond or Almond Breeze. I think it's Blue Diamond. But they have a vanilla honey almond milk, and it is so good, you guys. I mean, so good. So if you have not tried it and you like almond milk, you need to try it. But so I'll put some almond milk in my coffee, and I think, okay, so like, let me go grab the almond milk. So this is the almond milk that we use. So I was reading the other day, I did not know this. So a serving size is 1 cup. So in 1 cup, there's 2.5 grams of fat. There's only 8 grams of sugar and 1 gram of protein. So really, you can use a whole cup of this and then get a serving size. So the other day I was like pouring some in my coffee, and I read that and I'm like, okay, pour a little bit more, because, you know, I love coffee, but I don't like to drink black. I just don't. It's really too bitter for me, but I also don't like it super sweet like a lot of people do. I can deal with just a little bit of almond milk and then some honey, and I'm good to go. Sometimes I don't even use the honey because I don't need it. But this almond milk is the best. I promise you, it is so good. But it's kind of hard to find. Not everywhere carries this. I know, like Target, our Target does not carry this. Our Kroger down the street, it sells it. But other Krogers, sometimes they do not. So it is kind of hard to find, but it is so worth it. I mean, we have like 2 or 3 of these on hand at all times because we go through it so much. So then I'll have my coffee, and then I will have, on a typical day, I'll have a bowl of chia oatmeal, and then I will cut up an apple and then put the apple in my oatmeal, and then put some cinnamon on top and some honey. And that kind of keeps me full for the morning. If I want like a midday snack, I'll eat some fruit, and then for lunch I'll have, so this has been my favorite right now, for lunch on a typical meal prep day, I will have a tuna packet. So I'll get just one of those packets of tuna, and then I will mix it in with, I'll cut up some pickle and then mix that together, and I'll put a little bit of Chipotle mayo in there. And I know mayo obviously is high in fat, but you know, I don't really mind it that much just because I'm only using a little bit. And then I put some salt and pepper in, and then I will eat that. Sometimes I put it on a whole wheat toast just to kind of get a little crunch, or I will put it on a whole wheat pita, and then I'll sprinkle on top with some feta cheese. My friend's mom actually used to make that for us like all the time when we would go over there, and I was obsessed with it, and I forgot how good it was until I just made it not too long ago. So that's a good lunch. And then for dinner, we'll eat my ground sirloin and potatoes or rice or whatever have you. And then throughout the day, you know, I'll snack on, you know, try to eat healthy things, you know, fruits, vegetables, stuff like that, just to kind of keep, you know, it all kind of whole and nutritious, basically. And so this isn't for anybody to like copy, just because, you know, what works for me may not work for you. I know what I can do and what I can't do. So, you know, what works for me may not work for you. But so really all you need to really do is just create a list of, you know, foods that you want to eat, that you like. Maybe look up some recipes for them and then just go from there. So, you know, look up healthy recipes, or you can just do simple like we do. I mean, we don't really look into a lot of recipes just because we kind of just like the, you know, Rowdy likes the chicken and rice. I like the ground sirloin or ground beef and the potatoes or the rice. And it's just kind of simple and something that easy to make, and you can kind of dress it up with any seasonings or anything that you want. So other thing is I promise you guys, so I am terrible at drinking my water. Like I will go, you know, days without drinking water. I'll drink other things, or, you know, I'll just drink like not even a cup, I'll drink like a sip. So Rowdy actually bought this for me last year because he knew how much I wanted one. And I actually posted about this on my Facebook yesterday. But if you have a hard time drinking water because I don't know what it is, if you feel like you just can't travel with it or it gets too warm, you need a Hydro Flask. I promise you, this thing has changed my life. I will fill this up and I will, on a typical day, I will force myself to drink at least one whole of these. And this is 32 ounces, which, you know, isn't much, but it's, you know, you gotta start somewhere. But they have so many different colors to choose from. The lid is separate from the actual Hydro Flask. Typically it's with just like a flat black lid that you just kind of pull off and you drink from the bottle itself. But this one actually that I bought is only $10, and it actually has like a little straw. So this is a lot easier because you don't have to pull it off and then drink it from there. You literally just pop up the straw and drink from it. This is awesome. They are pricey. I think this is about $40. They do have different size ones though. But this one was $40. But it is, I use it almost every single day. So this is a must have. I promise you, you guys will love this. And I think that you guys will improve your water intake as well. So, some, you know, and I want to kind of go over to the kind of myths about losing weight and about dieting and stuff like that, just because I feel like there's so much misconstrued out there with dieting and meal planning and losing weight. And, you know, I was one of those people that, you know, when I was younger, I thought, you know, when I was started, you know, gaining some weight, I freaked out and I was like, I am eating chicken broth and grapefruit and that's it, and I will lose this weight. But here's the thing, you think you need to eat less, but really to gain muscle and to lose weight, you have to eat a lot. I'm not saying a lot, and I'm not professionally trained in any of this. I just have knowledge from Rowdy because he tells me these things because he's very knowledgeable about it. But you have to eat your food. You have to lift weights. Cardio is not going to gain you any muscle. It's just gonna take away from your muscle tone, and it is gonna help you lose weight. But if you want to lose weight, tone your body, gain muscle, you have to eat. And that is one thing that I have to tell myself. I'm like, you know what, I have to eat. I have to eat. You cannot, you know, you can't eat here and there. You have to eat to gain some muscle. So I think it's misconstrued to where, you know, people automatically think like, oh my gosh, I'm totally cutting this out of my diet. I'm dieting. I am just doing cardio from now on. But really, guys, you need to start, you gotta lift weights. You gotta eat, you know, you have to eat. You have to eat. You have to eat. You have to eat. You cannot just sit there and not eat anything, because what happens is when you quit eating, your metabolism goes way down. I've always had a high metabolism, and I'm gonna let you know right now, I've always been pretty thin. And I'm not trying to say this to brag, but I've always been thin, and I've always had a high metabolism to where I can literally eat anything. Now that I'm getting older, I feel that I have the knowledge of, you know, I go to the gym, I lift weights, I don't do any cardio. I think I've done cardio maybe twice within the last year. Okay, I just don't like doing cardio. It doesn't give me the sense of any results. I like to see muscle, and I like to see my results on my body. I don't want to do cardio, so I don't do cardio. Girls are so afraid to do cardio because they feel like it's going to bulk them up, It's not. I follow so many fitness models and they all lift weights. That's all they do. And they're like, they are just so toned, they have muscle, they just look so good, you know, they look so pretty and they don't look bulky. You're not going to look bulky unless you're taking steroids. So I think that people just need to kind of throw away those misconceptions and myths of, you know, girls working out, that, you know, you have to eat little and you have to diet and you have to only do cardio because weights will bulk you up. They're not going to bulk you up, I promise you. So and you know, dieting does not work. The detox teas that people see, those do not work, you guys. Those are literally just scams. They're literally telling you that these girls that take that, you know, do this skinny tummy tea or whatever they're called, they will literally lose pounds and pounds and pounds. You can't, that's not healthy. For one, that's not healthy. For two, that's not how it works. So, you know, all these scams of these teas and these pills and this and that, you guys, it's not healthy. If you just put your money towards whole foods and healthy foods and proteins and, you know, everything that you want to put in your body to be good, you don't want all that scam stuff that you're just buying into that's not going to work for you. So I'm pretty passionate about that stuff because, you know, so many people I hear say, you know, I'm on a diet. Why are you on a diet? Like, just do and eat in moderation. You know, eat a healthy breakfast and lunch. Maybe for dinner, you know, if you eat, you know, a healthy dinner and then you want a Reese cup, or you want a cupcake, or you want a donut in the morning, don't restrict yourself. That's when your meal plans do not, you know, don't go as planned, because you immediately think, oh my gosh, I need this right now, because you're not eating it. If I want a donut, I'm going to eat it. If I want a Reese's, I'm going to eat it. If I want a bowl of cereal, I'm going to eat it. I don't restrict myself. So, you know, it's just one of those things where you just have to eat in balance, and it's moderation. For your own sanity, you have to eat in moderation, because here's the thing. You're not going to want to live a life of just eating healthy all the time. You know what I mean? So it's for me, it's simple. For you, it may not seem as simple, but you'll get there. If you just kind of try your hardest to, you know, eat healthy, go to the gym every day, and not even every day. I don't go every day. I try to go 4 to 5 times a week. Because you need your rest days. You don't have to be in the gym for hours on every single day. That's the other thing is, I'm in and out of the gym within 45 minutes. I like to be at the gym, but I don't like to be at the gym for an hour. That's just too much for me. So some healthy snacks that I kind of tend to eat are, I love bell peppers, I love cucumbers. I don't really like yogurt. I'm not a yogurt person. I'll eat it if I have to, if I'm, you know, feeling up to it. I like to eat apples with honey and cinnamon on top is like my favorite snack. You can even put some granola in there to make it like an apple pie flavor, which would be really good, but I don't really like granola that much, so I don't do that. Really, anything whole and good for you and healthy, I eat. So this drink is actually something that me and Rowdy found a few years ago, maybe a year or two ago, and this stuff is amazing. This flavor is so good, and you're probably thinking sparkling probiotic drink, gross, but this one is so good. It is delicious. Rowdy drinks these all the time, and these are something where if you feel bloated, like I feel like I feel bloated more than I like. It's just so annoying, but anyway, if you drink one of these after you eat something, it doesn't matter what it is, it could be you know, Chick-fil-A, whatever. If you drink one of these afterwards, you won't even feel it. You'll be like, okay, cool, so this is a probiotic drink, so it's going to help you digest and yeah, make you not feel like crap afterwards. So these are really good. They come in all different flavors, but this is our favorite flavor. They actually have a watermelon one, which I thought was going to be really good, but it's actually not good at all. It actually it literally tastes like you're eating a watermelon, but it's like not sweet, so it's like a bitter watermelon, and I just don't like it. But anyway, this one's really good. You can find these anywhere, really. They're like $3, but they're so worth it. We buy these all the time. And another drink that I drink at night is peppermint tea. So what I do with this is, if I'm feeling like I want it to be sweet, I'll put some honey inside in it. But if not, I'll just drink the peppermint, and it helps so much with bloating as well, and just feeling like, you know, you just ate so much crap or whatever, or it just keeps you kind of just feeling good, I guess. But this is really good. It kind of calms me down at the end of the night and kind of makes me sleepy. So this is really good. This is the Bigelow peppermint herbal tea. So this is just really good. I like it. So I hope I didn't ramble on too much in this video. I feel like I kind of went everywhere. But I just wanted to kind of go in with you guys about meal prepping, and you know how it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be, you know, an all-day thing. It can literally be an hour and you're done, you know. So if you guys want any more kind of any questions or anything, just ask me and I'll let you know what I do or what I think works for me. Another thing that we do like is protein pancakes. So there is a brand called Kodiak cakes, and they're so good. They're protein pancakes. You can find them at Kroger, wherever, and you just kind of add in, if you want to add in an egg, you can, and then some almond milk, and then that's how we make ours, and they are so good. We make those probably, I would say, once a weekend, just because when I have the time I'll make them. But those are really good as well, so that's something you can kind of look into, is protein pancakes. And just, you know, whole foods, proteins, good carbs, and you know, eat in moderation. You know, if you want that Reese's, eat it. If you want that donut, eat it. Here and there is fine, but I promise you, you will feel so much better. You will start to see results, and you will feel so much better about yourself, and you'll just feel very inspired and healthy once you get there. So again, I hope I didn't ramble on too much in this video. I hope this helped a little bit. I don't know really. If you guys have a certain question, I can definitely answer that for you. I kind of just wanted to go over how I meal prep and what I kind of eat in a typical day. I keep on saying typical because I don't eat this every single day. I'm not on a strict, you know, diet or meal plan. I just kind of do what works for me, and so I thought I would give you guys some ideas of what to eat, you know, some drink ideas, snack ideas, and I hope this was helpful. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.